I figured a good first course of action was to get as much of the weeds out of the old garden bed as I could before I started doing any more work. And in walks my supervisor, Miss Ruby Sue. She's a Pomapoo, and she is making sure that I am doing my job correctly. As you can see here, she's very critical.
Hello everyone, I'm Matt Dash, and welcome to A Dash of Green.
And there's Ruby Sue doing her job, making sure I got as much weeds out of there as possible. I figured before I moved the old garden bed, it would be a good idea to reclaim as much of the soil as I possibly could, so that's what we're doing now. This old garden has been sitting there for almost a year now, and it was really in there. It was very hard to get it loosened up, but once I got it loosened up, it wasn't that bad, but it was very, very heavy. As you can see, I struggled pretty hard with getting it flipped over, but I end up getting it done all right for an old man. Now I'm pulling up the old weed barrier, and now we got a lot more soil that we can reclaim. Figured here was a good stopping point to get in the truck and head to the nearest home improvement store and grab up all the materials I need. Ended up getting 8 bags of this jungle growth. It was pretty inexpensive. It was only like $9 a bag, and each bag held 2 cubic feet. Right now I'm heading over to get some bags of pea gravel. I ended up getting 5 bags, but I didn't get it on video because the attendant came over and started talking to me, and I didn't feel right recording with him there. Now with the pea gravel loaded up, it's time to get the landscaping timbers to build the second garden bed. These fence pieces I'm getting are just strictly to put around the garden to keep my dogs from jumping in the garden beds. This is a roll of weed barrier that I'm going to put underneath the garden beds. It's 4 foot by 50 foot, and it was $22. You always got to make sure you put your cart back where it goes. Got to make sure my tank is full as well, so we stop by Bojangles and get us some breakfast. Let me just tell you, one of the most difficult things I've ever done is trying to eat my breakfast and drive a stick shift truck at the same time. Alright, so now that we're back home, it's time to remove the old bed of any roots or weeds that were underneath the weed barrier. I went into my shed to grab my weed whacker and found out that it was broken, so I had to grab this hatchet to try and get as much weeds off the fence line as I possibly could. Now it's time to mow it down and get it as ready as possible, but Ruby Sue comes over here and is her mischievous self and kind of makes it difficult. This dog is tenacious. Now that she's barricaded in on the back porch, we can finish up. Now everything is prepped and ready for the rebuild. Please tune in for part 2 for the building process.
Well, I hope you had as much fun as I did. I'd like to thank you for stopping by, and until next time, keep your thumbs green.